They're going to be looking for people to staff those reopened workplaces, and that's not going to be immediate and likely lead to some increased wage offers that get transferred through to consumers.
I'm Natalie Nanowski, and this is Scotiabank's Midweek Exchange, where we break down those big economic issues and explain how they could impact your life. To help with all of that, Brett House is here. He's Scotiabank's VP and Deputy Chief Economist. Hey, Brett.
Good to see you and hope you're staying cool.
Trying to. And it's a big day right now for Ontario. June 30th is where the province is moving into its second stage of reopening, meaning a lot of those services that were closed, like hair salons and personal care industries, are going to reopen. But what is that really going to mean for the average household?
Well, over and beyond trying to get a haircut for the first time in ages, it's going to mean a lot of people who have been furloughed and on emergency assistance will be able to get back to work. It's going to mean economic activity in Ontario, which has been compromised by shutdowns in the service sector, is going to get up closer to pre-pandemic levels of growth. And it's likely going to mean some higher prices because there's going to be a lot of demand for those few slots at hair salons. And it's probably going to take a while until that pent up demand gets worked out.
Because possibly a lot of those people in that service industry may have moved on and took jobs somewhere else.
That's absolutely right. They're going to be looking for people to staff those reopened workplaces, and that's not going to be immediate and likely lead to some increased wage offers that get transferred through to consumers.
And another place that consumers are seeing higher prices is in the auto sector, both new and used vehicles. Can you explain to us what exactly is happening there? And should people hold off purchasing a vehicle?
Well, you're likely to see high prices in the auto sector for at least a few quarters for a few reasons. First off, cars are really complicated to make. They require parts from a lot of different sources that have to be brought together in an assembly line. And many of those parts aren't readily available right now. There are bottlenecks in their creation and in their transportation. And as a result, you've probably heard about things like computer chip shortages, which have slowed down assembly lines. At the same time, rental car companies sold off their fleets during the pandemic because they knew people weren't traveling and those cars were just dead capital sitting on their parking lots. They're in the market now competing with households and other businesses to buy new vehicles. And as a result, you've seen used car prices bid up a whole lot. So in some cases, 2 to 3 year old used cars are selling at the same price as new cars. Until we get through to the fall and possibly into 2022, and some of those supply chain bottlenecks get worked out, we're probably going to see high prices for both new and used cars. And if you can hold off, it might be worth doing so.
All right. So, what should we look forward to in the coming week in terms of these two industries?
Well, it's going to be a quiet week with the July 1st holiday in Canada and July 4th in the United States. But we're going to be looking to see whether the reopening goes smoothly in Ontario, as it is underway in other provinces as well. And any signs that some of those bottlenecks in production, particularly around computer chips, are getting resolved will be good news for households and good news for lower prices.
All right. That was great. Thank you so much, Brett.
Good to talk with you.
Good to talk with you too. And we'll have more midweek exchange coming up next Wednesday.